At 2:17 in the morning, a phone rang at the police station. The voice on the other end was calm, almost robotic, reporting a body. When the dispatcher asked for a name, the line went dead. The call was traced to a burner phone, one that didn't officially exist, registered to a person who was never born. This single, untraceable call was just the beginning of one of America's most bewildering unsolved cases. The body belonged to Emily Carter, a 29-year-old school counselor known for her compassion and dedication. She was found behind an old, abandoned grain warehouse on the outskirts of town, a place no one had a reason to visit, especially in the middle of the night. When first responders arrived, they found a scene that made no sense. Emily was lying peacefully, as if she had simply laid down to rest. There were no signs of a struggle, no defensive wounds, and nothing was stolen. Her purse, containing her wallet and keys, was right beside her. This lack of violence was the first major puzzle. It didn't look like a robbery gone wrong or a random attack. It looked almost staged. But the strangest detail was found on her wrist. Her elegant analog watch, a gift from her parents, had stopped. The hands were frozen at exactly 1:46 a.m. initially. Detectives assumed this was the time of death. However, the coroner's report turned that theory upside down. Based on body temperature and other factors, the medical examiner concluded that Emily had died sometime after 2:30 a.m., nearly an hour after her watch stopped. Why would her watch stop at that specific time? Was it damaged in a way that wasn't immediately visible? Or did someone intentionally stop it? And, if so, why? This time discrepancy was a riddle wrapped inside the larger mystery of her death. As investigators dug deeper, the case only got more complex. They retrieved a phone, hoping to find clues in her recent calls or messages. What they discovered sent a chill through the entire department, just minutes before her watch stopped. At 1:45 a.m., Emily's phone had sent a single, cryptic text message. It contained just 4 words. "I know the truth." That alone was strange enough. But the recipient of the message was even more baffling. The number was redacted, almost completely blacked out in the phone records. All the police could tell was that it was a secure, government-issued number. Who was she texting? And what truth did she know? The message, sent just 1 minute before her watch mysteriously stopped, felt like a deliberate breadcrumb, a final, desperate signal. The local police force was barely a day into their investigation when they were abruptly shut down. Two agents in black suits, identifying themselves as FBI, walked into the station, took every file, every piece of evidence, and every note related to the Emily Carter case. They informed the local chief that this was now a matter of national security and that his department was to cease all involvement immediately. No explanations were given, no further contact was allowed. Just like that, the case vanished into the hands of the federal government. This unprecedented move left the local community stunned and fueled rampant speculation. What could a small-town school counselor possibly have been involved in that would warrant a full federal takeover? Just before the FBI swept in, a local officer had managed to find one potential witness. An elderly man who lived near the abandoned warehouse reported hearing a heated argument around 1:30 a.m. He looked out his window and saw a woman matching Emily S.'s description, talking to a man near a public payphone, an odd sight in the age of cell phones. The witness said the man was tall, wore a dark coat, and seemed agitated. The officer took his name and address, planning to conduct a formal interview the next day. But when he returned, the witness was gone. His house was empty. His mail was piling up, and his neighbors hadn't seen him since the night he spoke to the police. He had vanished without a trace, just like the case files. The few details the local police managed to gather about the man Emily was seen with were equally unnerving. They ran a facial recognition sketch through their databases, but it came back with nothing. It was the FBI, with their superior resources, who found a partial match, but the file was thin, almost suspiciously so. The man had no identity before 2003. No birth certificate, no school records, no social security number issued before that year. It was as if he had appeared out of thin air as a fully formed adult. Who was this phantom? And what was his connection to Emily Carter? Was he the one who silenced her? Officially, the Emily Carter case was closed. The FBI report, heavily redacted and released years later under public pressure, concluded that there was insufficient evidence to proceed. To the public, it was an unacceptable answer. A young woman was dead. A witness had disappeared, and the official story was a dead end. For years, there was nothing but silence. The questions hung in the air, unanswered. Did Emily stumble upon something so dangerous that a powerful entity had to erase her and anyone connected to her? Then, years after the case went cold, A new piece of evidence surfaced online, posted anonymously on a forum dedicated to unsolved mysteries. It was a short audio file, a digital recording of a man's voice. The voice was distorted, but voice matching analysis showed a high probability that it was the same man who made the initial 2:17 a.m. call to the police all those years ago. The message on the recording was brief and bone-chilling. It said, "If you're listening to this, it means they failed again." The truth doesn't stay buried forever. It always finds a way. What did it mean? Was this a confession? A warning? They failed again? Who are they? The same people who took over the investigation. The same people connected to the redacted government phone number. This recording threw the entire case back into the spotlight, suggesting a conspiracy far deeper than anyone had imagined. It implied that there was a continuous struggle, a secret war being fought in the shadows, and Emily Carter had somehow become a casualty. So, the ultimate question remains. What really happened to Emily Carter? Was she the victim of a random, inexplicable act of violence? A series of bizarre coincidences? Or did this compassionate school counselor uncover a secret so profound, so dangerous, that it cost her her life? Was her death an assassination disguised as a mystery? The text, "I know the truth," suggests she was on the verge of exposing something. The government takeover suggests that whatever she knew, they wanted it kept hidden at all costs. The final, haunting audio recording implies that the story isn't over. Emily may have been silenced, but her case serves as a chilling reminder that sometimes the most terrifying monsters aren't hiding in the dark, but in plain sight, protected by secrecy and power. What do you think? Was Emily a victim or a whistleblower who got too close? The case is officially closed, but the questions are more open than ever. Let me know your theories in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and if you're fascinated by mysteries that defy explanation, be sure to subscribe for more.